Magic has a lot of weird ways to win the game, and here are my top 5 favorite wacky synergies that win the game. Biovisionary is a really interesting creature, a 3-mana Simic 2/3. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game. Seems difficult in Commander, and it kind of is, but you can get there with just a Rite of Replication. For 4 mana, it makes a copy of a creature, but if you kick it for 5, you get 5 of those instead. And since Biovisionary triggers on the end step, you'll win the game right then and there. Near-Death Experience is another crazy alternate win con. You win on your upkeep if you have exactly 1 life. Now, you can get there with things like Necropotence, but people will see that coming from a mile away. You could also use Angel's Grace. If people start swinging out at you for lethal, you can Angel's Grace to survive with just 1, and hopefully make it to your next turn and win the game. A slightly riskier combo is Teferi's Protection and Lethal Vapors. Teferi's Protection, until your next turn, your life total can't change and you gain protection from everything, and all your permanents phase out. Now, Lethal Vapors can destroy itself by having a player pay 0 mana and skip their next turn. You can cast Lethal Vapors, play Teferi's Protection, hold priority, and activate Lethal Vapors 10,000 times. Now, you're protected until your next turn, which won't be for another 10,000 turns. Then all you gotta do is sit back, relax, and wait for your opponents to deck out, and then you win. Now, if they do have like an Eldrazi Titan or some way to shuffle back in, you're basically screwed. But it's a fun combo nonetheless. Another interesting one is with Volcanohelion. It's a 4-mana 6/5 with Echo equal to your life total, which, don't worry, we're not going to be using that. More importantly, when it comes into play, you pick a number, and it just deals that much damage to you and target creature. Now, imagine you have a Netherherd Pilgrim in play first. So when your Helion comes into play, they'll be soulbounded and have lifelink. Now let's say you pick 100 for Volcanohelion's ability. It now has lifelink, it's going to deal 100 damage to a creature and 100 damage to you. Because of the way damage is dealt, you're going to lose 100 and then gain 200. And since you can pick any number, change 100 to 1,000,000 and you can just have a ton of life. This doesn't exactly win the game, but it is pretty funny. And lastly, Spore Mound with Life and Limb. Life and Limb makes saprolings into lands, and makes lands into saprolings, and Spore Mound says when a land enters, you make a saproling. Now, neither of these are May triggers, so as soon as a land or saproling enters, you're going to start an infinite loop, as it's going to trigger each one over and over, and you're going to keep making saprolings. Now, you can turn this into a win if you have any other a way to stop it, or some way to make use out of those saprolings, like if you can sacrifice a creature to deal damage with a Goblin Bombardment, then you can win the game. Otherwise, you're just stuck in a permanent loop of making saprolings. So these were some of my favorite strange, odd win conditions. What are yours, though? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more.